kids doing the work. The teacher is really that person monitoring and making sure that they get the lesson started, but it really has to be them moving through it. And then the teacher is kind of relieved a little bit to monitor. And then once we started to see that shift, having those conversations with them on the spot, hey, what do you notice about Tommy over there? Well, I noticed that Tommy didn't meet the standards, so here's what I'm gonna do next. They could tell you exactly what they're gonna do.
Working in groups, like together, it really gives you the opportunity to build friendships and for better learning, because you get to see how other students are learning, you get to see their insight, and sometimes the students know how to explain it better than the teachers.
I'm gonna have, let's see. Oh, I love the way these two are talking together.
Teachers get very nervous when we come in, still, but we're still battling that history. I always call it fighting history. You know, what they're used to. If a supervisor's coming in, they're looking for something, and is it a gotcha? Now we're really evolving that into collaborative coaching conversation for our growth as well.
It was overwhelming at first, and I think what my teachers wanted, because sometimes we would talk because we're discussing what we're seeing about, are we on the same page? Are we calibrated? Do we see the same target? It wasn't about the teacher, it wasn't about the kids, but they were so self-conscious, they're like, what are they talking about? They wanted to know. And so that was one thing that my teachers asked, is like, if you're gonna have a conversation in there, can you please involve me as well too?
Every once in a while there'd be a couple students that were kind of nervous just because that's who they are. It's pretty easy to prep them to be like, hey, people are coming in today, they're gonna be watching me, and they're gonna be seeing how smart you are. So excited for them to see how smart you are.
You just came in, make sure you sign the blue board so I know that you're here.
And students understand that we're here for good reasons. We're spending lots of times in teachers' classrooms that are really doing the type of adaptive work that we need for our students to not just be good, but to be great.
The first time the administrators and the principal walked into the classroom, it was a little weird. We thought we were in trouble, like we did something bad, we weren't learning correctly or whatever. But as it started to progress, we noticed they were just trying to see how the classrooms were going and how things were going on, how we need to learn better. So it became a pretty normal thing. Sometimes we don't even notice they're there.
But now, not a kid bats an eye, not a teacher. They're almost sad when we come into the building and we don't go to their room.
Good morning, my man. Liking it. Hi, honey. How are you today?
I didn't ask anyone to come.
I hope that I have the same relationship with teachers that I have with my principal supervisor, that teachers feel like they can be vulnerable, they can ask questions, they can share their concerns and their wonderings.
This is the first time we've done this.
First time?
Yes.
Okay, so half and half, what does that mean?
I think that they'll get half of them right and half of them wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a complex text.
It is a super, yeah.
The thing that we're the most excited about being administrators at North is that we have strong relationships with the students, and that doesn't happen if you're handing out discipline. It doesn't happen if you're calling students out on their faults. How it happens is like you talk to them in Algebra 2 class about Algebra 2. You follow up with them 3 days later about, hey, I saw you work on that problem and you were struggling. How are you doing now? Have a great day.
You too.
We can have those authentic conversations with students. Hey guys, how we doing?
Where's it at? Where's it at? How's our day?
Good morning.
How's our day? Good morning.